Hello once again to the Hard Edge City of the Wolves weekly. We just barely managed to scrape together all the players we needed to make it happen, but it's gonna be a good one for sure. And I'm first gonna show you the matchups for the day, as per usual. This time we're starting off with Patmatiser, who showed up just in the nick of time so that Alexein wouldn't have to play twice. He's gonna face off against Korkulan. After that, Alexein will be having a rematch, or rather maybe ACDA will be getting his rematch with Alexein after not being too happy with his, cold performance from last week. Then Maddo rather will be fighting Sulfura. They apparently play against each other from time to time, I think. And then ending us off will be NemoSmacks versus Pida. And NemoSmacks has called out that he will take one round. Let's hope that he'll be right on that at least. But I think that's enough preamble. And I'm now going to tell our first players that they can start playing. Once I sit down, actually, I haven't done that. There we go. Now, Patmatiser and Korkulan, you can sit down and play. I'll ping you in the Discord as well, just to make sure. Patmatiser, Korkulan, go. Okay, they are in there and they are ready. Let's go. Pat's still rocking that Ken. Just like the week 1 that Ken was released and we saw him play him. This time there's no special Ken rule where Pat only needs to win 4 matches to take the set. But if you could win 4, then why not 5? But maybe Korkulan will do it first. Their names are swapped right now. I'll change that. There we go. So let's get it done. Both of them running a bunch of red in their color schemes and some black. Ouch. Okay, Pat trying to JD those projectiles, not being too successful right now. The speed of them is a little silly. But maybe as the match progresses, as the set progresses, you'll get used to it. Oh, that counter hit heavy, but Korkulan was not ready for the counter hit, so he kind of mistimed his combo. Gets another one in though. And jumps himself into the corner, which Pat was apparently not expecting, because he almost died from that. And as you could hear just now from that super sound, this week, in the ongoing theme of switching up the sound settings every week, I chose the Mark of the Wolf setting that this game also has now. Maybe it always had it, I'm not sure. But that's the only one that's left other than the standard stuff, so we'll probably be back to the basic sounds next week. Anyway, maybe Pat can do a little better this time. Gets the high crush, but doesn't cancel into anything. Maybe the timing threw him off a little bit because of the slowdown, but there's kind of no reason not to buffer into a special off of those, because on block nothing comes out anyway. Oops, the counter hit on the 2C. Not the fullest combo, but still some extra damage. That gets over him, okay. Whoops. Nice, interrupts the attempt at getting a little too close. But Korkulan still manages to find the last remaining hits and takes the first match. Pat does say that he hasn't played in 2 weeks, so he probably is gonna have to take a bit of time to warm up again. But that didn't look too bad. So hopefully this will turn out to be a banger set. Oops. Okay. Pat resorting to his own projectile now for the first time. Interrupts Korkulan's attempts at forcing his way in again. Gets some nice damage out of it too. The spacing on the cross-up wasn't quite right, but So got him in there. Now just needs one more good hit, or a couple of less good ones. Which Korkulan is not making easy. Oh no, that whiffed light DP luckily only got punished with a grab. Okay, enough forward movement on that super to catch him. Beautiful stuff. Oops. Ah, 2 whiffs on Pat lead to his demise. He was so close. Oop, and here, there we go. Oh, that one is punchable, yes. Beautiful stuff. Solid damage. And now Korkulan is walking himself into the corner. Let's see if Pat manages to take advantage of it. He's just kind of chilling at max distance and not feeling too threatened by those orbs that can't quite reach him. And now Korkulan is trying to get back in there, turns it around with a grab. But Pat has already had enough. Oh, almost got a really nice starter with that meaty attempt. The conversion wasn't really there. Anti-air, let's go, into the super even. Had to make extra sure. You don't want to be, you know, standing up when the opponent is totally gonna survive. Oops, okay. Just a couple jabs. Oh, with DP. No big punish though. Pat finding a lot of good use from that high crush. Oop. Ooh, and once again, clutch interruption with that super. Korkulan seems a little desperate with that jump out. He probably wanted a flash kick, that's the word. Oh, gets through another projectile. He can't afford to get hit much more. This could be the turnaround though. Spends the bar. Has him out. No, it doesn't quite have him out of SPG at all. And ooh, Pat just barely okay. Gets that super out. I'm not sure if that one actually had invul. Because he has the DP super, which already has invul as we've seen, right? So I would assume that one doesn't. Meaning that could have ended poorly. But it worked out. Ooh. Approaching with that aerial Tatsu. Okay. The zoning seems to be working out. Pat felt threatened into trying to anti-air with that DP and got punished. Now being sent back to midstream. Oops, there we go. No counter hit though, so not a huge deal. Just a bit annoying. Wow. Okay, that's how you feel? Just raw DP in neutral, then go straight into super? That was the heavy DP, which he can break of course, but that was still quite the message to send. But it led to his win. Oops, also I didn't update the score. There we go. Light jump in. Drops from both sides. Pressure is certainly mounting. Okay, he gets his heavies. Not the strongest combo. He has 2 bars on deck. Korkulan could certainly kill with the next hit. Anything into super or whatever can seal the deal. On top of that, Pat is overheated, so he cannot avoid chip very well. But he is trying to play solidly, avoid any and all jump-ins and stuff. But there we go. Raw flash kick. The GOAT. Oops. Meanwhile, you know, Korkulan managed to hold on to both of those bars, so now he should be able to just spend them however he sees fit. Oops, lots of whiffs out of Pat. Nothing seemed to connect. Korkulan just kind of out of range for everything. Oh, you're gonna eat a big one on that. That's 2 full bars spent. The damage was pretty decent, but Is that gonna limit his options going forward? Ooh, he also spends the level 2 super orb. That didn't connect on combo, but oh no! Ah, that could have been sick. So in that situation, the best thing probably would have been to just hold Rev Guard to block both directions. Because it was kind of ambiguous on which side he would land when the orb was still going. So that was kind of an improvised setup, I guess, but it worked. Korkulan takes the lead once more. Heavy jump in. Nice. I'm not sure if he meant to just keep the EX hard knockdown or if he just dropped his DP input afterwards. But either way, that was not bad. Yeah, disrespect that. The orb is not going to pop when he's in the air and there's still time left, so just anti-air. Good call. Oh, but now having trouble fighting back out of the corner while Korkulan puts on a clinic of damage. There was a bit of a lag. I'm not sure if the players felt that too, but that would explain the combo drop. And, okay, phew. The black screen was a little longer than I liked, so I was afraid it would, crash. Yeah, the connection now is looking pretty rough. But Pat is undeterred, unleashing his super combo anyway. Oh man, this looks unplayable. Ooh, yeah, the way Pat is standing there and let that stand jab rock, I'm pretty sure the players can feel it too. Seems to have normalized. No, maybe not. Maybe yes. God damn. It might be okay now. Maybe they've typed something into the chat. No, they haven't. Yeah, the internet is indeed suffering. Are you saying it's on your end? Because I don't know what would cause it. My internet is kind of trash a lot of the time too, but I don't know if that would influence your match. I think it would mostly influence my viewing, and it might throw me out of the lobby. Now it seems like it might be playable again. Entire street, oh no. Yeah. I say try now. And we'll see how it goes. Good anti-air. Now, of course, this remaining round rather, will be extremely short, so Korkulan's chances of a comeback are going to be very narrow. But he gets that hit. It drops though on the second hit. And now I'm gonna say there's no way he can make this comeback anymore. Still gonna try though. Hey. Yeah, wisely does not spend the super. There was no way. I guess maybe if he was an SPG. Does the timer stop during hidden gears? I think it might. If he had gone into hidden gear, that might have done it. Like, it wouldn't have killed, but it might have given him the lead. And then the timer would have run out right afterwards. I'm not sure. But, whatever. Oop. Pat once again unleashing a level 2. For a shorter combo, I guess the scaling isn't as bad. Oh! Not ready to anti-air. But yeah, the connection still doesn't look great, but, what can you do? Ooh. Just holding up forward is Korkulan, and gets appropriately tossed into the corner for it. Now it's a 2-2.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops. Oh no. Pat gets a nice opening, doesn't confirm into too much damage, but he has provided himself a nice lead. Heavy DP as an anti-air from that angle might not be the best, it seems. A little too early on the overhead, but good idea. But now Korkulan, ooh, has some better ideas, including getting smacked by that rev blow. Ha! That was cute. Using that horizontal aerial tatsu. Catches Korkulan, but it wasn't enough. Jab, jab, Hadouken does not combo. Maybe those are attempts at going into DP. Like maybe jab, jab, heavy DP break works. Oh no! Pat's gonna eat some big damage from that drop. It's very unfortunate. But he is still in SPG, just barely gets that rev blow out. Uh-oh. Korkulan, luckily for Pat, also drops his own combo. Another level 2 confirm. Yeah, that damage is not really worth 2 bars, I'd say. Korkulan, wow-wee, okay! Sure. I was about to say Korkulan is going very aggressive and then first gap he spots, he just tosses out that invincible level 2. What a mad person. But it worked. Now he's up 3-2.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Uh-oh. Nice JD. That's kind of one of the reasons why you want to do heavy DP breaks rather than light DPs as an anti-air. Unless you're one of the characters, I'm not sure how many there are, but I guess Gato is maybe the only one. You know, where your light DP actually has more hits. I guess Andy also. But if your, your light DP and your heavy DP have the same amount of hits, then you should just use the heavy to anti-air. Because the risk is just way lower. And the reward is also way better. Anti-air! Even gets the counter hit. I wonder if he could have picked up off the ground. That was the light flash kick, I think, so probably not. Oof! That was pretty nasty. Oh no. Counter hit, Lanze. Doesn't quite pick up the combo though. Okay, not the meatiest of timings, and so Pat gets to throw him out and get his own game started. Oop. Some patience out of both sides, but Korkulan get the first opening. Is that gonna land? No, it's not. Korkulan rev guards in order to not take chip damage, but held it for a little too long, so he missed his punch opportunity. Pat is going into this round with a pretty tasty lead. Oh no, but the counter hits keep mounting up, the little cuts and bruises adding up to an almost kill combo. Now they're both in kill percentage. Anything might do it. Oh, I think he should be able to block. No, he was just, I guess, still in the early dash frames where he couldn't quite block. I wonder if he could have like cancelled into light DP or something, if that works. I'm not sure. But it didn't happen here. And now Korkulan is only one match away from taking the set.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops. A little too far for that anti-air, but it doesn't hurt. Oh, the orb kind of messed up Korkulan's combo. I guess one of the skills you're gonna have when you want to play Kain at at the best level is being ready to to adjust for all the orbs and stuff. Ouch. Heavy jump in. This is huge. Okay, gets a decent bit of damage in the corner. Another heavy jump in, but a little too far to confirm. Now it's just sending it back to mid-screen. Nice ranged opportunity. Ouch. Korkulan in SVG now. Could be tossing out that long range rev blow at any time. Got another nice JD, but Didn't quite get the punish this time. And he's gonna have to really watch out. Ooh, and he gets the grounded hit. Damn. Drops the combo though, and now another DP gets JD'd but not punished. And Pat picks up the throw. Sheesh, that was close. Oops. Oh no. Oh. When he places that orb so close to you, you can definitely hit him. But of course, you know, you wouldn't expect that in that situation. Okay. I'm not sure if that was still like part of the attempted confirm and it just kind of came out, or if he really went for it. But either way, it worked. Ooh, Pat going wild. And here. Oh, he's really going for the anti-ADPs now. But still sticking to the light version, which is, of course, much less safe. It doesn't provide as much bang for your buck when it hits. But hey, he's, you know, he keeps hitting. At least every once in a while. Korkulan, meanwhile, trying to, you know, get some extra with those orb pops. Burns himself out in the progress. Oh, that's too late. And that might also be too late. Wait! They both activated their supers, but I guess, you know, because even that level 2 only has about as much invincibility as Kind's level 1, they ended up trading. That's silly. And now Korkulan is on set point. If he can take this one last remaining round, he'll be the victor. But if Pat can take it, then we keep on going. Oops, light DPs galore. Close range sweep, another DP. Jump back. Okay, jump forward, gets the heavy confirm. That might connect, yes it should. There we go, good stuff. That's what he's been aiming for with those light confirms. This time it worked, beautiful. So I gotta get out of that corner or, you know, win from within the corner somehow. He doesn't have to do much more to take that. Good JD by Korkulan. Anti-air fails! The heavy jump, heavy punch is actually the one that connects. Interesting. And we go for at least one more match. 4th arena.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops. No fly zone. I said no fly zone. Get out of that airspace or I'm gonna have to call the Air Force? Yeah. Oof! You know what? I'm sorry. You're right. This is your airspace. Oops. Oh no! But Korkulan once again doesn't really punish it. And there goes the counter hit rev blow. He's gonna milk that for as much damage as he can. Yes. Beautiful. Look at that red. So much life gone. He still got his own. I guess they both have their rev gauge, their SPG. Ooh, just neutral light DP. What a gamer. He might have learned that one from Dracula. Oops. There we go, heavy DP. Not broken, but you know. I guess, yeah, in Ken's case, if you want to kind of bait an enemy aerial JD, you still do the heavy DP, but don't break it, I guess. That makes it about as risky as the light DP, but you know, with an extra bit of a trap. Oops, caught him right out of the rev blow. No more counter hits for you that way. Pat is still hanging in there, getting his nice confirms. There we go. Gotta watch out for the long range kind rev blow, that one. Oh no, yep, that's a punish, but he doesn't confirm fully. Maybe he didn't have the charge fully done. Uh-oh. And just the little hits keep mounting up. Korkulan losing his lead in this round. Ooh, but the guard frames on the red bloster blow through that light DP and finish that round. Korkulan putting himself into set point position again. Light confirm into super, we like it. We like it. Setting up a fortress of orbs. Controlling that space. Oops, and eventually ending up with himself in the corner, actually. Pat seemingly waiting for something, eventually gave up and just went in, and it works out. Oops. DP. Still sticking to the lights. And again! And again! Korkulan can't seem to find the JD timings or any other way to get in there, and he looks to be losing yet another match, which would bring us to a 4-4. And we are going to the final match. Patmatiser's insistence on anti-air DPing there really seemed to get to Korkulan, who couldn't seem to find a way around it. Let's see if Korkulan can get his confidence back. He was leading for most of the set. But sometimes that's how it goes. You get rattled, your opponent finds your weak spot and keeps assaulting it. Oh! And then you don't know what to do anymore. Super confirm again. Pat with some good damage. Sets up a meaty projectile, I like it. Just needs a tiny hit, jump back, heavy kick. Well played, and for the first time, Patmatiser is the one on set point. Ooh, you're confident jump, dash forwards. Eventually get interrupted though. Oh, the crosscut. Korkulan with some movement trying to bait his opponent maybe into making a mistake. Doesn't seem to be working out though. Pat playing it pretty safe. Oops, until he gets thrown into the corner. No jump out for you. Confirm is on point this time. He's dropped them a couple times in the set, but now he's finally got him again and puts himself on set point as well. We got a final round. The real, actual final round. Unless, I guess, they somehow end in a draw, in which case, I guess there would be another. But that's probably not going to happen, is it? Oh, that's going to be a heavy punch. No, he drops it again. Wait, nope, yep. As I thought, that super does not have involved. But once again, you know, Korkulan's punish was just not appropriate enough to stop Patmatiser. Oops. And again, no real punish to the light DP. He's getting away with it. It is such an important part of fighting games to punish stuff that is, you know, as punishable as that. Especially when it's invincible options like a DP, you have to stop your opponent from doing them, or at least, you know, make them pay when they are wrong. Because if you don't do that, then invincible options are just broken. And the DP anti-air again. Pat with a comeback. Claws his way to victory from looking kinda rough a couple of times. But yeah, that's the importance of, you know, of confirms, of punishes, and I guess of, you know, JDing those light DPs. Those could have ended in a lot of damage as well. Alexein has already taken his base here, so that's gonna be nice. And he'll be playing against ACDA. Yeah, against ACDA, right? Room code here. Go. Alright, ACDA is joining. There we go. Otaru versus Janae, a run back from last time. ACDA had to come into his set cold last time. He kind of just made it home in time to play. And this time he's gonna be in better shape, I would assume. I have not updated the scoreboard yet. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. ACDA, luckily the loading times are helping me out here. Why is it loading so long? Uh-oh. There we go.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Oop. And Alexein, the first one to land a little bit of a hit, but ACDA with the first one with a real confirm. Goes for the red blow knockdown into what I think is a safe jump. Now he's got the corner where Janae really explodes you, but dropped the link. It is kind of, that move is just kind of awkward. Hey, clowns on him a little bit with that counter. No rev blow for you, and she's almost out now. No more rev blows. One of her, if not her actual best anti-air, gone. But of course, they got a nice life lead. Oh, almost got that confirmed with the jugger. And now Alexein is in position to take the match after all. Jump back, heavy punch out of ACDA. Stops the aerial approach, and then ACDA still gets in there and finishes the round.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Hey. Just get in there with that Harrier. Oop, didn't believe in the hit. And so... Ooh, ACDA gets to keep running his game. He has taken out Alexein's SPG. Oops. But now Alexein is equalizing the scores. Ah, he was expecting to be able to still cancel into the dive so he could go for... Actually, he couldn't have gone for the hidden gear, so... That was a bit of a questionable call by Alexein. And now he's gonna have to pay for it. All the way still in overheat. Gonna be knocked down near the corner. Can you hold this pressure for long enough? Jump back to catch the jump out attempt, and that should be the end of the round. Yep. ACDA taking advantage of Alexein's mishap and takes that first match.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Ooh, anti-air. It was a little far away, but it still reached thanks to the extended hurt box. Backdash gets caught, but it was airborne, so no real punish. Uh-oh, 2C connects into a little bit of a knockdown. And accidentally, I'm assuming, ACDA gets that heavy high-hole. Just to get sent into the corner as a punish. Brute forcing his way in with a command jump. But brute forcing his way out is Alexein with the DP, but doesn't confirm off of his overhead. Whoops, I'm not sure that was exactly how Alexein planned that. Oh no! ACDA. Oh, really went for it with that call out into super. Didn't work out, but Alexein also dropped his opportunity. Manages to recover. That could have been really unlucky for him. Whew, call out with the early rev low, gets right through that projectile. And now controlling the screen. Gets those plus frames, waiting for ACDA to commit to something that he can react to. Oops. And with that knockdown into... Oops, a missed safe jump. I don't like the setups where you have to land and like then with like a 2A or something. Because you essentially have to manually time that, because otherwise you get the jumping A. So it ends up not really being as auto-timed as I would like. Unless there's a trick to it that I don't know. Please do tell me if there is. Oops! ACDA gets in there, is burnt out, gets the hit, but sadly tried to go for a heavy confirm, which didn't work. Not this time. Alexein with a slight lead and, of course, not burned out. Overheated, I mean. And Janae recovers from it as well. This could certainly still go ACDA's way. There we go. This could kill if he just doesn't drop it. And yup. Tough call. Oops, dive kick gets blocked, but I guess the spacing allowed it to be relatively safe. Just like that guarded rev blow. Only -2. Whoops. I guess ACDA tried to go for hyper defense, or maybe it was unintentional. Oops. Nuh-uh. He keeps throwing out that rev blow. Oh, and no punish! Alexein hitting that close C a little too early when she wasn't on the ground yet, and then didn't recover in time to get the punish. ACDA with his like 11th rev blow in this round finally connects, but overheats as well. Wow, okay. That counter hit, so it connected. And then that accidental 6B, jump 6B, worst move in the fucking game. Ruins ACDA's combo. Now has to deal with this knockdown. Does have a super, so not completely out of defensive options. And Alexein is aware of that, not pressing into the minus range, but then tries to meaty. Wow, nice crosscut. The EX projectiles neutralize each other, and Alexein has to thread the needle here, trying to get in with his tiny bit of life. Gets a big hit! He can't hit in gear, but maybe the level 2, maybe? No, probably not. Nope, level 2's fucking suck. But the counter is not effective. Alexein going with a command grab takes the match. Wow, what a close call. Really, really close match.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Both of them being kind of measured in their approach right now. Alexein, no, ACDA with a 4C. I still don't know how other Janae players are using that button as a neutral tool, because it's so bad. It has no range. Why are you hitting that shit? Anyway, it's working out for ACDA here. Oop, but Alexein has had enough. Throws out that light DP. Corner turnaround. Gets the plus frames and overheats Janae in the process. Another DP. No fucks given. Oops. Okay, light knockdown. Keeps up the corner pressure. Finally connects, does ACDA with that hop kick. But did confirm. And now we're in another, you know, either player could take it in one combo situation. Oh! And it is Alexein who connects with a slick corner cross into a meterless win. Both of them essentially sitting on 2 bars now. And with SPG active, so either one could connect into a hidden gear given a hit here. Let's see if ACDA will go for that. Nope, just takes the level 1. I probably agree with that here. Even though the damage, of course, of hidden gears is pretty good. He could have gone for a longer corner confirm. She can juggle off of that EX Harrier into EX counter follow-up into another one. But that's also kind of easy to drop, so let's see how it goes. But now Alexein regains the life lead, actually. Drops his combo, though. Gets punished. And now this is a call where I would probably use the level 2. Because the level 1 wasn't quite enough, and that is the one rare situation where the level 2 would have killed. But let's see if ACDA can still take it anyway. No! Alexein should have won off of that. But luck was on ACDA's side. Whew. And so he takes the round. Whoops. Tries to grab him out of the air, reading a jump, but it didn't come. Oh, nice jump back. Completely baiting and beating the rev blow. Doesn't quite finish his combo though. Ooh, okay. Probably not exactly how ACDA planned for that to go, but it was nice. And now he's getting another combo. Might not have felt like he was close enough to the corner to get the max damage, but this is still pretty strong. And light DP. Your safe jumps ain't shit. Ow. This should be an easy kill. Wow, it even goes for the red blow. Rather than making extra show with a level 1 super, but you know, it killed. ACDA is up 2-1.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Whoop. Okay, yeah, grabs him. I think that was out of a red blow attempt. I think I saw some green. Ah, probably unintentional jump 6B. That jump 6B, by the way, that dive kick that you just saw, is extremely whiff punchable. So if Alexein had been a little more aware, he could have just run up and given ACDA a big punish. Hey, but looks like he's not gonna need it, because his damage in the corner here is pretty massive. Uh-oh! It seems like Alexein is respecting the minus situation of Janae too much. I'm not... Maybe he just isn't aware that her minus... Like, that situation... In that situation, her counter just isn't viable, actually. And so he's respecting the counter and the super. But I feel like he's letting ACDA get away way too much with the post-hop kick break situation. And ACDA is, you know, is flourishing on that, right? He's just going for it over and over, and it's, you know, obviously working really well. Oop. Have you confirmed? But no, doesn't get the DP after the micro dash. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, just lets it rock. Wasn't maybe comfortable with the range or didn't want to get overheated. Uh-oh, Alexein instead not quite so aware of his own rev gauge. Now has to fight back from being all red and shit. But he's doing a pretty good job so far. The empty low into the super, we love it. Almost gets the win out of that, and just a nice little projectile. Deal with it or die. And die he did. Got another 2-2.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Oops. Okay, heavy. Gets one in there. Rev blow is gone. Nothing to worry about in that front anymore. Oop. Corner damage. Wait, doesn't go for the quadruple back kick follow-up there. I think that leads to the most damage, but maybe he's got a setup that he likes better or something. Oh. Alexein once again overheating. Doesn't have the meter or SPG to hidden gear with either. Must just be feeling confident in his ability to close this match out, but now ACDA is the one with the foot on the pedal. Yep, this time Alexein guessed right. He has been very passive on in that situation, and maybe ACDA thought this time he will finally bite. But he didn't. Oops. Wow, that just didn't connect at all. Area rev flows are just so wonky, man. Hey. This time he gets the hidden gear. He didn't, like, the combo wasn't even that long, but, you know, he had lost a lot of SPG beforehand, so that's a huge deal to take it all back while doing some really nice damage too. And oh yeah, now we can do all of this. Whoops. Bit of a failed input. I don't think the DP at the end would have killed, so it's not that bad. but now we'll see if... Oh! If he had hit 2B instead of 2A, then he wouldn't have had to worry about the timing. But yeah, it's such a weird situation when you stand in front of that counter and you're not super used to it. Right, it's just like Yamazaki's counter in KOF. You're like, can I hit now? I guess I'll try. When in reality you probably could have done something better. But that just comes with, you know, matchup experience and all that. Oops. Hey, whiff into DP always works. Ooh. Dash is up to maybe try and anti-air, but was a little too slow. Gets him out of the air with the EX projectile. Finally, we see the command grab connect. That's the first time we've seen it. But does overheat himself in the process. Fighting back pretty well without any rev mechanics right now. Uh-oh! Their life is now pretty even, but Alexein still has to fight back from being overheated. Eats that frame trap into a drop, sadly. And it's gonna fall now, I'm sure. No! ACDA with a drop. Reconnects, though, thanks to the grab bait. And they are just going back and forth, like it's ping pong. Whoops. Damn, max range connects just barely. With the counter hit. Say goodbye to your spaghetti. No, wait, he doesn't go for the super. Still manages to take out the rest of that SPG with a follow-up hit. Oops! Wow, he really hit a button there. Alexein, what are you doing? You can't let him get away with that so much. But hey, at least that punch is gonna be good. Oh no! Didn't assume the cross-up would connect, but now this should do it into the super. Done. Ouch. There we go, Rev Blow connects, and grounded Rev Blow denied. This one works out, gets the counter hit. Gonna make this as much as he can. Once again, doesn't quite get his micro dash DP. It is tricky. Plus frames, but back dashes. He might be a little too afraid of ACDA's wildness. Keeps letting him retake his turns because she has an immutable super, which really isn't that much. Oops, anti-ADP is on point though, and he should be able to take this, absolutely. Alexein now up 4-2. Even though he's allowing ACDA to kind of run away with lots of situations where he would have been minus, he still keeps taking control back and, you know, taking those rounds. Damn. Calls him out again. Now ACDA in charge, but oh no, the whiffed Rev Blow is punishable. Oh. Alexein not quite ready to combo from that hit. Once again, the far C confirmed. Overheats, trying to extend the pressure. Now Alexein has a big chance to make this one another round in his favor, and he's probably gonna fit. No, the super drops. He was a little late. I think he was maybe thinking about how to best continue the combo, and that slowed down his processing speed, and thus the combo dropped. And now he's got a real chance of still losing it, but nope. A grab to finish it off, and now Alexein is on set point. Ooh, okay, what a message. Raw heavy reflect counter hit into 40%. But he still keeps letting him get away with those minus frames. It's very interesting. She's -3, I think. So if you have a 4 or 5 frame button, she cannot use her counter. And definitely can't... Oh no, there it is, that shitty ass dive kick. I think that might have been punishable. No, wait, yes, I think it might have been, but, you know. Oh, once again the overheat. Gets the heavy jump out. Once again, though, both of them not quite privy to their rev gauges. So you can take better advantage. Ooh, anti-air, but not a counter hit. Alexein did not press. Tries to jump out again. And he's still not taking advantage. He's too afraid of that level 1 super. Still gets his final hit in. And Alexein comes away the winner. With a very careful approach. Just winning over and over again. GG's. And up next we're gonna have Maddo versus Sulfura. I just saw that Maddo is starting up the game, so he's probably aware, but I still ping them both. Or... yeah, Sulfura's already inside in the room, so I guess I'll wait if Maddo shows up. Okay, Maddo's on his way, so I guess I don't need to ping anybody. I should note down the scores for the matches. The first one was a 5-4, if I recall correctly, and this just now was a 5-2. It didn't look like a 5-2, but it was one. And next we have Sulfura taking the second spot here. Done. What? Maddo versus Maddo? How did that happen? There. Okay. You can start. So as far as I know, these two have played against one another plenty of times. At least Sulfura mentioned that against Maddo, that hop kick that I talked about in the previous match, that's -3 on block, leads to a combo and hit, etc. That, because Maddo is really good at hyper defending that second hit, oops, uses it a lot less in neutral against Maddo. But at this point that's irrelevant because, oh no, just one neutral with a straight jump in. But that was all part of Maddo's plan to just throw him back into the corner. And now, gonna bully him there and try to keep him in the corner. Doesn't work out. Another well-planted jump by Sulfura is gonna send us more than back to the middle, actually almost back to the other side of the screen. Yep, we're in the corner. That's Janae's corner carry for you. Yeah. Very well cashed out on the hits that Sulfura got. And that's how you win. This time it's Maddo who presents the first hit. Drops the combo at the end, but still has an advantage. No anti-airs. Allowing Sulfura to run that game again, into super probably again. We're back in the corner, yet again. Fake out into the grab. Oh no! Read by Maddo to go for the light DP. Sulfura had it scouted and is going to take that first match convincingly. Good night.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops. Sulfura once again opens up strong. Oops. Nice tech by Maddo. Still needs to get out of this corner somehow. Oh no! Drop by Sulfura, luckily early enough to not get punished. Gets to jump over the projectile, and once again with that EX command grab. Out of stance. Okay. Oof, counter hit into the big damage. Maddo close to overheat, fully aware of it though. Keeps his combo a little shorter to end in the super, and oh, gets the safe jump heavy to connect, but didn't believe in it. Plus frames. Sulfura holds back, overheats. No anti-airs. Sulfura takes advantage of that slow down, essentially, that, you know, Maddo is presenting by not anti-airing to get the throw, but then a slight misspacing, mistiming by Sulfura costs them the round. Oops. Oh, counter hit. Oops. Let's go, no? Oh, there it is. That's what we were talking about. But Sulfura doesn't want to stay in this corner. Rev blowing out of there. Gets sent back in there, though. Interrupts the overhead attempt. Nice call. Oopsie, okay. Finds a gap to counter in between. That can be a little tricky because, you know, as I said, it doesn't start frame 1. But of course, sometimes you're gonna find a gap. Hey, hey. Sulfura. With that level 1 here. I don't think the level 2 would have killed it. So, good call. And baits the super. Sulfura with that round. Fighting back from Uno. From a big life deficit. Oh. I guess I like the call into EX hop kick. Because, you know, if it does get blocked, you plus instead of minus. And on hit, you know, you get a combo even if the height is wonky, like it often is. But hey, the height on this isn't wonky. It's exactly what Maddo wants. Ah, but the rev blow on Wake Up. Ballsy call. Those usually get blown up by meaties and throws. But hey, sometimes the opponent is trying to bait, you know, your JD timing or go for something else. And then, you know, sillier stuff has succeeded. Ain't nothing silly about this confirm, though. Sulfura up 2-0.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Hey, cross up. Sulfura with a bunch of really clutch jump-ins just working out in the set so far. Picking the timings wisely, I suppose. Okay, Maddo trying to bait a response by cancelling out of the EX stance. Now looking fancy in that corner, low confirm. Are we gonna go into that super? Yes. A one-touch game for Maddo now. Slide is JD'd, but nothing in response, and Maddo looking as powerful as we know. Oof. Nope. That EX projectile is plus and block. That is something I definitely need to incorporate into my game. I keep forgetting that it's there. It's pretty good. What? That looked pretty wonky, but you know, the jump B of Janae's is pretty good. Has a nice cross-up hitbox, and in general, it's definitely her best aerial in general. Oops. If there was like a simple mode, I guess there's a simple mode. But like if that simple mode only allowed for one jump button, and Janae's jump button was jump B, there would be not much of a problem. Ow! Maddo gets a chance here. Surviving with a bit of life. Still hanging in there. Wisely rev guards the projectile. Wasn't confident in his JD ability to get it. But damn. Too far behind was that jump B. So the forward moving high crush that Gato has loses. One of those times where that property gets him killed. It makes it better in neutral, but as an anti-air it can be a little wonky. Oh no, another drop. But Maddo whiffs his grab. Hey, level 1. Damn. Sulfura taking match after match after match. Now up 3-0. Would have thought.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops. I think that High Crush is actually punishable on block, but Maddo, I guess, didn't quite get it. I'm not sure what... I'm not sure how minus it is, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten punished for it. I think that's, you know, a universal thing for all High Crushes. Get off of me! Maddo has had enough. He's gonna crank it up a notch now. Oops. Applying enough pressure to put Sulfura into a lead. Now let's see if we can also manage that guard crush. Nice block on the reversal up attempt, and this might finish it. It doesn't, especially since he drops it, and that gets him punished. Sulfura now can't kill, of course, but still that's huge. Oh, and another jump in. This has to be so frustrating for Maddo. Oof, that combo drop was a sad, sad affair. Like, it wouldn't have killed anyway, I'm pretty sure, but just instead of getting good damage and a nice knockdown in the corner, you know, eating some fat damage and being sent midstream, that hurts. Okay, gets his wild punish. Okay. Set up into, yep, no rev blow for you. Get out of here with that. Now we're back to the other side of... No, he was a little too early. It is kind of silly. Into the hidden gear. Noticed their rev gauge being pretty high. Didn't want to risk going for a combo that wouldn't lead to a hidden gear. So just did it a little early. The damage is nice. And now it's a one-touch game for Sulfura. Maddo though also... no wait, he's not an SPG. And that area rev blow. Sealing the 4-0 for Sulfura.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oof. Clutch wild punish to start off that round. Oh no, wait. Wait, okay. I guess we're okay. Maddo stood there for a second, I'm not sure what that was about. Okay. Yeah, Air goes in Sulfura's favor and once again just lands a jump in. I don't know what's going on. Like, maybe Maddo keeps trying to go for anti-airs but is a little too slow. Because most of those jump-ins aren't, you know, aren't that hard to block, I guess. Oop. Maddo is healthy with a life lead right now. Just needs a small touch, gets the grab. Maybe this is where he's gonna mount his comeback now. Interesting. Into that level 1. Once again, not sure if that one would provide a safe jump, but Sulfura doesn't go for it. Maddo doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Oops, yeah, if you only do that first one, I don't think that one can ever be plus. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. But Sulfura lands another juicy hit. Ah, yeah, I hate when that happens. When you're like slightly too low to the ground and so you don't get the remaining follow-ups of area. That shit is awkward. Oh, nice anti-air. Big opportunity for Maddo. Level 1. Now looking much closer here. Gets the meaty slide. Oh, anti-air is JD'd. And the overheat and the combo. Maddo finally puts himself on the board. Was about time. The sleeping tiger has awoken. You better run. Oops. Gets the wake-up jabs, but doesn't confirm. That's, you know, one of those things where... I mean, obviously, Sulfura's probably just missed the input or something, I don't know. But if you're, if you're gonna mash and wake up or do something anyway, you might as well be ready to confirm off of that. Because the risk isn't any different, whether or not you cancel out of it. Oops, counter gets grabbed. Maddo takes the lead and the corner, but doesn't quite finish his little light confirm there. Yeah, they're boxing. No command grab for Maddo this time, but the anti-air DP. Oops! Sudden turnaround. Sulfura back to mid-screen. Ha! Maddo letting those DPs rip now. Ooh, okay. Maddo probably tried to... Wowee! The chip, I think, did it. Sulfura not ready, like just mentally not ready to rev blow or JD that one. I also wasn't expecting it to chip like that. But I guess Maddo was one step ahead of us. Oops. Corner. Hey. Hi-ho. Hi-ho. Welcome to the corner. Population, you. Bam. Ouch. Okay, double hit in the air, setting up a side switch. Ah. Oh no, finally Sulfura blocks one of those nasty DPs and should be taking this round with ease. And is now on set point. Maddo can't afford to make many mistakes now. He keeps trying to neutral dump. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he is trying to signal something. Let me check the Discord real quick. Nope. I don't know. Oops. Now we're in it though, I think. Hey. Yep, gonna use that bar. Almost enough to deplete the SPG. And there it's gone with a counter hit. Whoops. Sulfura probably wanted a move to juggle with. Ayo, there we go. Finally, Maddo showing some of that life. Let's hope it's not too little too late. Letting rip another light DP. Light confirm as well. It's all about the lights with Maddo now. Gets the whiff punish. No, a little too early on the punish on the counter again. Ah, what a way to go out. And Sulfura takes that set 5-1. Not what I expected, but well played. NemoSmacks room code. Oh. Oh, they're both already in there. I didn't need to ping them. Good job, guys. NemoSmacks sitting down on player 2 side. So it's going to be Pida on player 1 side. Yeah, I figured that out all on my own. I'm smart. You guys can start playing. Okay, so as I mentioned, NemoSmacks predicted that he would take one round. Let's see that prophecy come to fruition, and maybe even more.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Oops, Pida getting in there following his light shurikens. And gets another grab. Whoops. Now Nemo has control of the corner. Some nice JDs, but Pida's JDs were a little better, because he cancelled out of them. And now he's regained control. Oh, makes the Rev Blow whiff in the entirely wrong direction. He was on the other side for like a frame, but that is the exact frame that Gato chose to look at.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Whoops. And another guard cancel by Pida, showing his mastery over the mechanics. Uh-oh. NemoSmacks fighting back with all his might with just a little bit of SPG remaining. Could go into hidden gear here. He doesn't though. I think in this case I probably would have, because that SPG is going to be gone soon. Ooh, was that a Kara grab? Uh-oh, now it's gone. But no! NemoSmacks probably thought he could get an opportunity to whiff punish that, but wasn't accounting for that last follow-up hit there. Pida getting greedy with his EX moves. Overheats and dies to the super. NemoSmacks' prediction was on point. And it was so early too. Oops. Uh-oh! Big DP with Pida's gonna take massive advantage of that. Say hello to the corner, and say hello to the setup. Nope. Oh wait, yes, it was actually, yeah. 0-0 frame guard cancel. Beautiful stuff by NemoSmacks. Safe jump, what's that? I don't give a shit. Nice tech as well. Okay, oops, the counter hit anti-air. Probably going to seal this round. Yes, no, wait, just barely doesn't, because he was overheated and couldn't continue the combo any longer. But NemoSmacks, in his desperation to make a comeback, didn't keep himself safe enough to not get jabbed out. So Pida is up 1-0. Ouch. Neutral hop, netting him a nice confirm. Oop. Oh, ooh, almost got that whiff punish on the whiffed jump Rev Blow. Damn, Pida really going nuts with the Rev Blows and every possible Rev mechanic that he can think of. But still, you know, his Rev gauge is, you know, in decent shape. Oh, whiff punish. There's another one, gets punished this time. Not a huge punish though. But the momentum that NemoSmacks gained from it led to yet another super. He's just one tiny bit away from taking the round. But that one tiny bit is enough, you know. He also doesn't have all that much life, so if Pida lands a good hit, it could just as well end in his favor. But it doesn't. NemoSmacks now up around. Ooh, heavy jump in connects. Oops, bit of a drop. Or maybe it was intentional to get that grab. Oof, counter hit Rev Blow. That's gonna smart. He could keep his combo short to not put him into SPG, but I don't think Pida cares. Super. Hey, and he doesn't worry too much about being in the corner because he's fighting out of it expertly to equalize the round count. Oop, and here. Looked kinda late, but it totally worked. Hey. All of the air stalling, making Nemo second and third guess his anti-air ideas. And so Pida gets to run hog wild in the air. Oop. In 2, level 2. Yep. This is one of those calls where it's, you know, the right call. Because, I mean, level 1 probably would have killed, but why not make extra sure? If it's the final round anyway.
Get ready. Fight.
Oops. Dash forward gets stuffed. But he didn't have the pressure ready off of the soft knockdown. So Pida now takes control again. Oh wait, I didn't update the score. Oop. Another grab takes out the SPG. And the read on the DP. Confident round for our boy Pida.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Ouch. Sticking out the stanky leg. Playing footsies. Ouch. 2-hit confirm into super. Oh, late tech, just barely gets it still. Whoops. NemoSmacks clearly looking for some way to get in there. But all that time that he's taking is giving Pida all that much more room to play around with. Oof. Okay, he's chasing him down, gets the overhead. And the command grab is jumped out of, and the ensuing attempt at fixing the situation somehow just ends in failure again. Pida, too smooth right now. Up 3-0. Oops. Ooh. That almost looked like it was going to be a nice whip punish. Okay. Doesn't attempt to really pressure him this time off of the soft knockdown. Ooh. Long range heavy DP into good amount. NemoSmacks having trouble approaching Pida, wisely timing his mix-up between, you know, offense and zoning. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Another round for Pida. Whoops, heavy jump in to, or rather heavy jump, you know, a heavy hop in to defeat the approach. Baits another one. NemoSmacks looking on fire now. Should be able to close out this round. Yeah. He just needs to do that twice within a match, and then he'll have a match. And then he just needs to do that a couple more times, and then he'll maybe even have a set. In case you weren't aware how this works. Ouch! Looking kinda good here. Baits another offensive maneuver by Pida. Oops, this might be a punch. Nope, he's a little too far away and is aware of it. Leading to a bait into another bit of huge damage. Doesn't finish his meal though. Pida still hanging on. Gets that guard cancel. And the grab. The comeback is definitely possible. Never count Pida out, even if he's overheated, but there it is! NemoSmacks with a match! Blowing his own expectations out of the water.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Okay, Pida starting off with a throw into an empty low, but NemoSmacks has it scouted. Gets his own grab in there. And, you know, in the corner too. Big deal here. Allows Pida to just hop his way out of the corner. Late tech again. Seems to be pretty good at those. Oop! I feel like those heavy DPs should beat red blows because they have a high crush property, but yeah. NemoSmacks with his back to the wall and his life in the red. Trying to think of a way to make the comeback. But not overextending, I like that. Keeping his approach measured. Doesn't strike into that, even though Pida didn't have a super or any other reversal option ready. I guess he could have tried to go for a red blow, but I think he's -2, so I guess I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, I guess another red blow would have worked. So good call by NemoSmacks in the end. Doesn't matter though. Pida with another round. Counter hit off of the guard cancel. Another tick, but not this time. Pida insistent. I will throw. You don't have a choice in the matter. Into the super. Pida just a little bit away from another match, but NemoSmacks still has some gas left in this tank. Confirms into his own level 1. Oopsa. There's that sound again. I don't know what it means still, but Pida means business. And is now up 4-1.
Round 1. Get ready. Fight.
Whoops, runs past the whiff button. Didn't get too much out of it though. Uh-oh, the air stall. Once again, didn't really lead to much. But the wake-up mash, that one does something. Running the offense all over NemoSmacks, who's ready to reverse against that gap. Nice call. Overhead, beautifully timed. But the red blow once again comes back with a vengeance. Nice spacing by NemoSmacks not to be in the range of the red blow. But doesn't finish the plate. Now you still gotta be careful. You know, I feel like especially when the opponent is overheated, they are more likely to use that level 1 reversal super. But it didn't even come to that. NemoSmacks mistimes his JD, I think. That's how he got that backdash, which got himself hit. And now Pida is on set point. NemoSmacks sitting on 2 full bars though. He might not be an SPG anymore after this combo is done. Yep, he definitely won't be. So no hidden gear to make that comeback easier, but it's still not out of the cards. Gets that counter hit, meaty. Certainly gonna end in a level 1 super here. Yeah. Pida is in SPG now though. Oops. It's all very dangerous. And EX Shuriken end up hitting, but NemoSmacks with another clutch confirm. Aware of overheating just in time to still get that level 1 in. He made it. He made it to that comeback. He's got to win this round, or the set is over. Great effort. Oops. What? Alright. Another clutch hop. He seems to be getting a lot of those. He takes advantage of the minus frames into the level 1. Ding! Just enough to get him out of SPG. So one of Pida's favorite options to stop the pressure and, you know, sneak some extra damage in from aerial situations with is defused, and now he's overheated too. And we know how good Gato can be at abusing an overheated opponent. Pida is trying not to let himself get into that situation though. But the back jump aerial by NemoSmacks works out in a big way, and the chip out very well executed. NemoSmacks with a second match. Gorgeous. And we only have, I guess, 2 people watching this actually. Tisk tisk. Oop. Another good card cancel by Pida. Ooh, just outranges the aerial this time. Another empty throw. Ooh, that, if he had been really ready for that, I wonder how much he could have gotten out of that counter hit. Air shuriken. Oopsie, there we go, 3D into the teleport. Into some decent damage. And wow, perfectly timed to blow up the grab. Pida puts himself onto set point one more time. But that's where NemoSmacks turned up the heat last time. Oop, like he might be doing just now. Oop. Wild punish. Oh, he drops his combo though. And the rev blow puts an end to his offense. Okay. Both of them slowing it down a bit. Neither one wants to overcommit. Pida is feeling comfortable playing that ranged game with a shuriken. And gets another counter hit from overhead. Got 2 bars, got that hidden gear with SPG ready. This should be the end, but no, he drops the combo. And the stall does not yield a hit. Uh-oh, NemoSmacks gets the meaty heavy. He should be able to finish this. No goes for level 1. I'm not sure. I feel like he should have been able to get more. But how much can Pida do to make this comeback? Plus frames, jumps away. Overheats. Oh, he gets the clutch anti-air into super. And Pida takes this set. If only NemoSmacks could have done just that tiny little bit of extra damage, he would have at least won another round. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. But yeah, great set. Well performed by NemoSmacks, who claimed he would only get 1 round, but he took 2 entire matches. Great stuff. And I haven't input the scores for the last 2 matches. What was that? Maddo vs Sulfura, was that 1-5 or 2-5? I think it was a 1-5? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then NemoSmacks vs Pida was a 2-5. Okay. So, here are the results for today. We started with Patmatiser versus Korkulan Kraliet. Like, I only write down Korkulan because I'm too lazy. That was a really close match that ended in a 5-4. After that, it was Alexein versus ACDA. A match that also felt pretty close, but Alexein still managed to get away with a 5-2. Then Maddo versus Sulfura also didn't feel as, it felt much closer than the score here implies, but I think it was a 1-5. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then we ended with NemoSmacks versus Pida, another banger, which Pida won 5-2. And that is it for today. And yeah, this one almost didn't happen. Just kind of scraped it together at the end. So thank you all for showing up and playing and everything. And see you next week or so. That's the end for today. So, GG's.